Salutations Melodies, welcome to my channel. My name is Martin Mlukevion. For all my new and old subscribers, welcome back. As you can see, we are going to be doing another your feature spouses, like physical appearance, qualities, their personalities, as much as possible as I can channel and give you such information. Now keep in mind that this is a collective reading. That means that not everything can resonate with you, so use your discernment and intuition and discard the rest of the information. Because I might be channeling about an ex, your current fiance, for some of you maybe your soon to be a husband or wife, an ex, a friend, a boyfriend, girlfriend, a twin flame, a soulmate, and I'm also channeling for homosexuals and heterosexuals. And it's funny because I'm recording this on the first day of the Mercury retrograde, so bear with me. I want to thank each and every one of you who has subscribed to the channel, booked a personal reading with me, leaving down comments and sharing my work. I truly appreciate it. So this is a most convenient way to help me is by giving me a thumbs up and watching this video for more than 20 seconds, because this is going to engage more with the YouTube algorithm, which has been lovely in the past couple of months, years. And if you would like to contribute even more, you can leave down a comment, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and click on that notification bell switch. Every time when I post a new video, you're going to be notified. Now, zodiacal signs which are going to come throughout this reading can be your or your future spouse's zodiacal signs or another important person. Numbers can be angel numbers which you are seeing, somebody's personal year, life paths, somebody's biological age, somebody's birth date, the date of a month, or a significant number of somebody's last the last digits of somebody's home address, street address, phone number. You get me. Now, for those of you who are already acquainted with me and my services, down below you're going to find the usual time markers, timestamps to jump right to the pick a card and the tree piles. And for the newcomers, down below in the description box you're going to find other valuable information, such as which tarot and oracle decks I'll be using today, my other social media platforms when I'm posting additional pick a cards, videos, which stuff, how to book a personal reading with me if you feel guided and you desire, how to tip me, for which I'll be very much thankful. At least I could be able to buy or treat myself to some lovely coffee, how to do a pick a card, pick a pile if this is your first time, and at last but not least, I am not sugarcoating my rings there, I have said it now. You see these lovely three cards laying down before you. We have pile number 1, 2, and 3. Use your intuition, darlings. You can pause the video, take your time. Now, if you choose all the 3 piles because the messages there are going to resonate with you, this is lovely. We are so happy for you. But if any of the messages do not resonate, don't become bitter, sad, or gloomy, because my readings are usually timeless. That means that in several days, weeks, months, or years, you may be guided back, because my readings are usually timeless. So, without any further ado, let's start with pile number 1. Pile number 1, hello. This is your reading. This is your card. We're going to see which is their animal totem, qualities which they may have. I'm going to get my guidebook here just in case. Now, sorry for a moment, my wheel of my wheelchair, not wheelchair, well, technically it's a wheelchair, I don't know, an office chair, I think how you said it, has fallen down. I had to put it. Now, so many channelings. How I said wheelchair, somebody might have been in a wheelchair, having some issues, overcoming them, or they are going to overcome them. I'm seeing somebody with glasses. Now pick whatever resonates, discard the rest. I got the image of a jock, like a muscular jock, a rocker, like a motorist, like riding on their motorbike. I'm hearing a spiritual gift, so maybe you or they are psychics, like tarot reader, witches, sorcerers, however you identify. As for women, I'm seeing Lexi and Miranda from Sex and the City. Like stronger, like a short hairdo, like a pixie cut, a bob cut. Dark, blonde, hazelnut hair, like dark brown hair, ginger hair, red hair like dyed, and I could also heard purple hair. Deep purple could be significant, the music group in some way, shape or form, or they could be like dyeing their hair purple. Let's see with the card. Also the timer it was 0202, check out this angel flame number. We have the unicorn, one of the most magical cards. Yeah, like very magical, and we do have like purple. So they may be into unicorns, you may be into unicorns. Let's just see with the book. This is the spirit, like the ether element. Where is the unicorn? Reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. It's difficult to see here or think of a unicorn without immediately. Now this is a bit long. I'm going to read like the other part, so you can pause the video and read. The unicorn wakes up. Okay, somebody like wake him up to their like highest. The unicorn and the sixth chakra. It's no surprise the subtle essence of the unicorn card resides in the third eye, the exact place from which the unicorn's horn extends. This center is called the Amajna chakra or command center. The ancient yogis believed to be responsible for our intellect, intuition, and deepest wisdom. Some say our two eyes see the past and present, while the third eye peers into the future. Yeah, you can also pause the video to read all this. Okay, I'm getting somebody like with whom you have like a telepathical communication. Let's see how many cards I needed like to draw. Okay. Let's see with the physical characteristics cards. I'm going to cover them because they're a bit explicit, so take whatever resonates with you. They may be like into Harry Potter stuff, like fairy, swing, scoop, witch, magic girl shows like Sailor Moon. Something about mirrors. I'm hearing that you may be mirroring souls like like twin flames or like predominant like strong soulmate vibes. So there's definitely a connection, and mirrors could be connecting with you. I'm getting chills that this is not like to alarm you. Maybe you need to lock and clean a mirror in your house, somewhere you like feel a bit like of a negative energy, because mirrors are not only objects that we can look into, like look at ourselves, but they also like portals to other worlds, and they pick up like all sorts of energy. So cleansing would be nice. Yeah, like I told you, not to alarm you, but I'm picking this. And also with the mirror, I'm seeing Darling Charming from Eva After High could be significant, the TV series. Like somebody like good looking, like a jock, like very sporty, like very popular, a bit full of themselves sometimes. And I'm getting Goldilocks. So golden, I'm hearing golden brown hair. Somebody's name could be Bear. Bears, like, yeah. I'm hearing the US states, Montana, Wyoming, Nebraska. Winnipeg, but Winnipeg it's in Canada. Like with Goldilocks, like they could be like curious, like working, or you like in the, I'm hearing the zodiacal department, it's not the same, so somebody could be an astrologer as well, like into astrology, but I was going to say like a journalist, like in the news. Okay, 4 cards please, Holy Spirit. Okay, I'm going to cover her. We have the Queen of Wands, so Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, like African. Okay, somebody who's like very nice. We have a dog, like a black cat. So somebody who's like definitely in the public eye. They could be like a film star, like a poet, an actor. They like to appear on the big screens. They like to post pictures of themselves, to take pictures, however it goes. Somebody who's like magnetic, like enigmatic. I'm also getting like a bit of a mystery, like deep of the ocean. Yamaya could be significant, like the goddess of the sea. Yamaya. With that, I'm getting Julissa from Julissa's messages. So Dominican. Now I'm hearing this song by Prince, Purple Rain. You can listen to it. Ще да ги взема ли да? Ще да ги взема ли да? Или не? Не или да. Последно взимам или не? Взимам или не взимам? Не взимам или взимам? Последно. Okay, those 2 cards just like slipped, and I was just making sure, like from the deck, if we are guided to get them. Okay, we have the Fool card. This is with Uranus, so they could be a part of the LGBTQ. Because Uranus rules the LGBTQ people. We have a white dog, somebody could have a dog. A new beginning, yeah, they could be like also slim fit, athletically built. Very go-lucky, they like to try new things, they like to endeavor new things. They are, yeah, they know that they're like sexy, that they have like this sex appeal, that they are like conventionally beautiful. And they're like proud of their beauty. I'm hearing like beauty standards. I'm also getting they may like tend to go to a physiotherapist, like a masseur, like to a beauty salon, like a barber shop, depending on the gender. They like to keep their, yeah, Venus is coming is strong, so they may have Taurus and Libra placements. They like to tend to their outer appearance, like their style, their aesthetics. But I'm not getting they be like too obsessed with it. Like, I was born this way, I'm happy how I look. I just like tend to look after me, like good diet, sports, exercising, you get me. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. She doesn't need like to be covered. So Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and I just said like Libra, so Ace of Swords. They have a nice voice, like very beautiful voice. People like to listen to them, so I want to be surprised if they have some kind of a podcast. They're like a singer. They use their voice. And this blue gives me like very soft vibes, like very natural vibes, like very serene, very tranquil vibes. They're a person who has like fought to be where they are right now, like their self-esteem, their value, their worth, their willpower. It's funny how this card just came out. Тази да я взема ли? Да, да или не или да. So I'm not going to take this one, but this one jumped right in. We have the Chariot, yeah, with Cancer energy. So definitely like masseur buff. He's a bit like of a bodybuilder. Classic physique to open, for those who are like into bodybuilding. So long hair, like this is ash brown hair. No, not ash brown. Something between ginger and brown. And they have like this torch. So they like to travel, they like to move. And since we have Cancer, they're like very into their like family. They want to start a family, they want to have a family. they're like very like physically active, like going to one place. And at the bottom we have Page of Wands, so curly hair, short curly hair. This is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. They could be younger than you, still naive, a lot like juvenile, What I'm trying to say is they may be 30 years old, but they may look like they're like in their 18s, like their early 20s, if you get me. I'm getting Samantha Jones from Sex and the City, so they love like to have a good time, like a good sex, let's say. They're very comfortable with their body. I'm hearing that they're the type of a Samantha who is wanting to settle down. So they may have been like out in the fields, like, you get me, but now they're like settling down. How very interesting. Let's see the other cards. How many should I? Okay. Because the time is running. So, yeah. Just sip of my homemade pumpkin spice latte. Somebody may be a fan of pumpkin spice. I know that it's almost spring when I'm recording this. In another hemisphere, we are 2 days away from the 1st of March. Martin could be significant, like my name. Long story short, my name comes from the Roman god Mars. And on the 1st of March, usually it was the beginning of the season of wars in the Roman Empire. So Mark, Martin, Martinius, Martino, Martinez as a surname, Spanish surname. Mark Anthony could be significant as an artist. And I was going to say that they're like a very good sport, like they're always like there to cheer, to give you courage, to encourage you. Like very loyal. I'm getting a combination from Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash, from even Applejack from My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic could be significant. So like very like into parties, people smiling, happy go lucky boy or girl like Pinkie Pie, like very sporty, very loyal, very fast as Rainbow Dash, and as Applejack like very strong, very down to earth. I'm hearing sometimes like a bit stubborn, but like very hard working. And very, I'm hearing them say, I'm trying to be honest. Okay, I turned those cards upside down. Now we're going to get like 3 Heavenly Bodies cards to get more about their zodiacal sign, their attributes, their qualities. Yeah, also with the Page of Wands, they could be like a hopeless romantic, which is this card which is trying to peep. Yeah, Days of Wands, they're like very secretive, it came to my mind, like, but very like sexual. They have like a great sexual drive. They love like making love to release the tension, if you know what I mean. Wink wink. So 3 cards, please, Holy Spirit. Okay, we have Trine, angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. So they may have like this angelic appearance. They may be an archangel. You may get those feelings that they may have been an angel, or that they're like an angel. Regardless of what they're like facing in their life, like hardships, trials, and tribulations, and tribulations, they're like very supported, like very supported, blessed, with abundance, with support. Yeah, Trine. They could also have a tattoo of a triangle or a piece of jewelry with a triangle. They may wear like clothes which depict like triangular shapes. And with that, I'm seeing those seeing eyes, so very psychic, like very spiritual. Nevertheless, if they givrano ti da ili ne ili da. Da ili ne ili da. I just got 2 more cards. I was going to say so much channeling. Nevertheless, if they consider themselves like psychics or they like into spirituality, they have such a gift. Regardless. Okay, we have fixed. So Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. And I literally said about loyalty because Rainbow Dash and Applejack are like symbolizing like loyalty, dependability, persistence, and stability. Okay, and because those signs are having a huge 2-year transformation, they're like transforming, they're like being birthed. Okay, house 10. Structure, this is ruled by Capricorn and Saturn. Structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. And we have this owl, so they could be like a night owl, very focused on their like job, on their like, I'm hitting like a top screen. Maybe they have a phone or a camera with a top screen. Maybe they're like being too much on their screen, especially before going to bed. But yeah, about their work, accolades, they're collecting their accolades. I'm hearing also that they're like a karma breaker, like breaking family karma and cycles. Let's see with the other cards. Their palm, they could be into palmistry, like reading people's palms. Sorry about that, my father just like sneezed. Somebody's name could be Emma, Basil, Vasco, Vasil, Vasily, Vasilius. I'm seeing Mycena, like the Mycena civilization, like in Crete, ancient Greece. They could be they could have been an athlete in ancient Greece. They could be right now an athlete. Like a very like, yeah. They have the type of a body of a Greek god statue, ancient Greek god statue. Yeah. 3 cards, please. Holy Spirit. What else? Service. I feel good when I can help others. So their soul's mission is to help people, so healing, like a light worker, yoga instructor, fitness instructor, like a nutritionist, like working with people's diets, some kind of a tutor. Then we have like Virgo in their placements. With Virgo, they're like very into cleaning, organization skills. They hate a messy space. And earlier today I saw this clip. It was from The Simpsons. I haven't watched this episode, but Marge was having like an attack. Somebody was like a panic attack, like somebody was visiting her, like a mother, or it was a female figure, and she cleaned the whole kitchen, but she saw like this little spot on the floor which she couldn't get rid of, so she made like this huge bucket of all the different like chemicals to clean this space, but the smell was like too potent, the odor was like too strong, too vile, and you made her like to faint, and she hit her head. So I was going like with this, like they may be a bit like too much like focused on cleaning, organization. I'm getting Twilight Sparkle now from Little Pony. What else? Adversity. I accept the challenges are the best way to learn. Adversity. And this reminds me, this is another a triangle vision. This reminds me of a watchtower, mostly now like a lighthouse. Like helping people. They may have been like a sailor. Adversity. Receiving their accolades because they're like fighting their vices is what I'm getting. So they may have had like a tough life, like a tough childhood, like cleansing family karma, breaking karmic cycles, as I told you. Adversity, like in the spiritual realm, by negative forces and people. But they're like overcoming this because the Chariot card just appeared to me. Fear. I realized that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So they're like currently fighting their fears. They're overcoming their fears. They might have been like a bit fearful. I'm hearing taking like personally what other others are going to think. So I'm getting somebody like, I'm hearing this in Italian, como una máscara, come una maschera. Sì, questa persona porta, how was the word to wear in Italian? Questa persona porta una maschera. They're like hiding themselves. So Italian language could be significant, like, yeah. And I'm seeing especially those masks from the Italian comedy, like a Pulcinella, what was other, Narlechino, or the mask which you usually wear on the a Carnivale di Venezia, which was like 2 weeks ago, something in those lines, or I'm still going, I might be mistaken, you can correct me down below. So, okay, now let's see with the energies. I feel like sad for this person, because they have faced a lot of fears. They're like sometimes fighting alone, but I'm hearing, but due to your spiritual bond, things are easier for them. I'm hearing accolades again, because you're like helping them on the spiritual level. We have green, blue, and red, like RGB, like the colors. They may be using quite a lot, like a Photoshop, loving like to paint, use colors, RGB. R, G, and B could be somebody's like first, last, or middle initial. A woman holding a coin. How it knocked this card? Maybe they have dealt like with toxic divine feminine energies. Now 42, somebody's biological age. The 6th of June, which is Gemini, so like a double personality, trying to find their true selves. I'm seeing the Lover's card, which from the tarot, which is also Gemini energy. Twin flames, soulmates, a cat. They have also learned how to nurture. Can you see the cat? Yeah. Their divine feminine energy, to listen to their intuition. Or they're like learning how to balance their divine feminine energy and to ground. More cards, please. We have patience. With number 16, somebody's biological age. The 7th of July or the 16th of July, which is Cancer. We have patience. Да или не. Да или не. Не или да. Следно догоре или... Sorry, I'm a bit tired and I'm recording this like a bit late in the evening because I had like a busy week, so bear with me. They may be like getting tired or like overworking, doing too much, getting this like burn down. Nagore ili, nadol ili, nagore. So they try me to take it as a reverse card, so they're not like very patient. They're like always like running, pacing, and we have the Chariot. Yeah, they're the type of a person who is like quite impatient. Or maybe this is you. With the purple. Envy. We have envy with number 20. The 20th of February which passed, which is Pisces. Okay, left path number 2, left path number 6, left path number 7. They may be envious, but sincerely path number 1, what I'm getting with this card is like... I'm seeing this person like watching in a mirror, watching other people. And just like a copycat, he or she tries to copy other people, like to... To be accepted, to be a part of the crowd, to be like all other, like everybody else is what I'm trying to say. Envious. Something about how I wish I was normal, to be like other people. I'm hearing some clashes over their integrity. their true self. They're like trying to find their true self, their true calling, understanding themselves. I'm seeing a puzzle, and they're like slowly but surely like finding all the pieces and building it, but like the pieces of themselves. When they were like reborn, I'm seeing the monster reborn card from Yu-Gi-Oh, so Yu-Gi-Oh could be significant. They were like reborn with all those false identities, programmings, to fight and to fight themselves again. Yeah, we have the envy under the fear card, the patience under adversity. So they're like fighting against time. They're like trying to. I'm getting them like with this list. Like I'm seeing this meme from that judge. Like it's a very. She's a like very famous U.S. judge. She appears on television. Maybe if you know her, you can drop down her name. Judge Julie, Judge Jennifer, Judge Ruby, something in those lines. And she's like making like this. Like I have to complete this, that on this, that. And those things, like before I become dosage, my biological clock, my career, what's going on, I have no time. Now I'm seeing the running hair from Alice in Wonderland, like I'm late, I don't have a time, I'm late, no, I don't have a time to say goodbye, hello. You know, you can listen to that song, like that rabbit. There could be a rabbit in the Chinese zodiacal year. Let me just drink some more. No. Yeah, dressing like in pastel colors, bright colors like purple, pink. I heard again like Purple Rain by Prince. Now I'm going to draw 6 cards. Those are my personal, about their like physical attributes. Pick whatever resonates, and they're like physical appearance. So pick whatever resonates and discard the rest. 6 cards, please, Holy Spirit. Okay, we have Benki, Unichki, Amakne, which are like scars, beauty marks, and Amakne, so pimples. They may have such scars as well. I'm getting they have like many scars, like from betrayals, being hurt, like being bullied as a child, which they don't show too much, and especially to other people. Okay, we have a cluster which is slim or skinny. For some of them, maybe they have been in the past. Sinuchi, blue eyes. Whenever I say blue eyes, I'm reminded of the blue eyes white dragon card from Yu-Gi-Oh. Sorry, up. 3 more cards, please. Chernakusa, Postriuchi, so dark or black hair, and colorful eyes. For some, I'm getting like wearing contact lenses. Australian Rust, so I'm on average height. Нещо друго има ли? Да, или... I'm seeing a phone, so they might want to call you. They may love like talking on the phone, being on their phone, gossiping, bragging. I'm hearing God say, but their heart is in the right place. Yeah, they feel misjudged, misinterpreted. They may be intrepid explorers or like sportsmen. Your future spouse has suffered quite a lot, and I'm not getting so much like physical scars as but like, but in you, like, mostly like emotional inner scars. They have been hurt, betrayed. I'm seeing an angel whose wings have been like cut off. They feel like a trapped angel. But I'm seeing them like slowly getting their light back, their wings growing back. They're freeing themselves from the chains. Adversity. It's like their worst enemy was themselves, like their ego. Dimming the light, listening to their ego. Their ego was in the wrong place, but now it's like getting back. I'm literally like seeing like puzzles, like, you know when something is like broken, a type of a machinery, and when you fix it and you relocate its parts where they must be like going, especially like with an old clock with its clocks, it's working. So they're like healing, growing, mending themselves. I definitely see a bodybuilder like with huge biceps. As a woman, slim, a bit curvy and chubby as well. I'm seeing Velma, and who was like this girl which sacrificed herself, like in Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc. No, Mystery Incorporated. What was her name? Marcy Fletch, Marcy Fletch and Velma. So they may work like this. Brown hair, like glasses, like smart. Office aesthetics. I'm hearing Zonko, like Zonko's shop of jokes. I forgot the name. Like Zonko was the name of the shopper. Da ini, da ini, ne ini, da. Like, sorry, of the shopkeeper in Harry Potter, from which store, like in Hogsmeade, Fred and George Weasley bought their like supplies of jokes and pranks, like making pranks. So then could be like type of a jokester, like a prankster. I stopped because some of them may have been like involved into shoplifting. I hear them say it was wrong. Accolades. Because they were under the influence of negative karmic people, essentially, and they're like overcoming this. So for some of you. Нещо друго има ли? Да. It's funny how the camera is focusing, I've seen on the screen, on the black cat. For some people it brings bad luck, for others good luck. Very mysterious. They may have like Scorpio placements, like very mysterious, oculist, like magical. Нещо тук друго има ли? Да. Да или... Да или... Да или не. Не или да. Последно... Да или не. Okay, my lovers, I'm not setting anything else, so I'm going to be right here. If the message resonated, please give me a like, comment down below, and subscribe to help me boost and grow this, to grow my channel. Now, if you would like a personal reading to get more like names, channeled messages, time frames about your future spouse, you can book a personal reading with me via the email address down below in the first pinned comment and in the description box. My name is Martin the Claviot, my lovelies. I had a pleasure being your personal guide and reader for today. I wish you all the very best of luck. Write me down below how things are turning out for you. And don't forget that I love you, love yourself, and until next time. And bye bye. Pal number 2, hello. This is your reading. Now, if the light seems a bit dull, long story short, my lamp, my central lamp got broken. So this is the lighting. I'm using my night light and my LED light, so bear with me. Now I Palo Santot before we started. Now I'm going to put some protection mist to protect us here enough from any unwanted interferences by negative spirits. And I'm going to ring the bell 3 times to ward off any left traces of energy. So if you're sensitive to sound or wearing good headphones, I suggest lowering down your volume or muting it for a couple of seconds. I'm going to ring the bell 3 times. They are lovely. Let's see with this first card. Okay, crocodile, water. We're going to see from the guidebook as well. I'm getting Slytherin, so Slytherin house could be significant in Harry Potter, like being sneaky, Slytherin. I'm seeing the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Swords as cards. Being like sneaky, cunning, conniving when needed. A bit slippery, like a slippery slope I'm hearing. They have learned to take revenge on people for how they have been like treated, misused, used, how they were like handled. Traces. Да, или... Нещо рапилско тук. Да, или... Да, или... Да, или не. Не, или да. Да, или не. I'm not seeing anything like reptile type of energies here. Because some of you may be like thinking like, oh my god, karmic energy, you get me? No, but I'm getting these southern states like Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Texas even. I'm seeing somebody like quite buff, like working in the farm, like maybe like I'm seeing this like he's a like very famous bodybuilder, Derrick Henry in Instagram. He is like going to the gym like he's a bodybuilder. He loves cats. He works in his like family farm or his own farm. So some kind of him, like you can Google him, but he has like curly hair, nice smile, and he is a Leo on the 1st of August. And as a woman, I'm getting Amber Kacharian. She's like quite famous, especially with those UK versus England like words. So you can check her out as well. For the women, Earthworm, no, those are Earth. Okay, but where is water? Water. Stingray. We have beaver, turtle, oyster. Sorry for taking this. Crocodile, okay. You can also pause the video to read. Resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is the time for decisions, action and discussions. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean like around hoping life changes will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering out awareness, observing and building energy. Fuel up these vital reserves so your next moves come from a place of wisdom and power. When in balance, wise, patient, ascendant powerhouse. When out of balance, feels stuck, lashes out. To break into balance, rest, Makarasna pose. So yeah, with all this collecting, yeah, this is your future spouse is a person who has learned like to save their energy, to go back their energy, their power for where they have like left it, where they have been like mistreated, used. You get me? I'm getting like very specific like green eyes, or maybe they have a cat with yellow eyes could be significant because the eye of the crocodile reminds me of a cat. Now I'm going to draw 4 cards, so pick the physical characteristics in there. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and she does remind me of Amber, how I told you. So somebody's name could be Henry, Derek, Amber. Queen of Pentacles. So, okay. I'm being struck by the wisdom of this person, like how mature, how wise they are. Even I'm hearing that they are an old soul, like you. Okay, so very wise, integrated, helping, nurturing. Okay. They might have quite a lot of admirers, and this is why they have learned that not everybody who admires them has their best intentions for them, or they just like look at them like this Instagrammable idol or a star. They don't like superficial people who only see like the surface but not the deep. I'm hearing now Under the Sea by Sebastian from Little Mermaid. Like, you know how profound the ocean is? This is how I'm hearing them say, I wish people could see how profound I am. The next card, literally what I channeled, we have the 8 of Pentacles. And yeah, so body here, like quite buff, like this type of a bodybuilder, like working on a family farm, being like into smith, a goldsmith. Maybe they're like working as a miner or an ancestor. I'm hearing something about them being like quite troubled. Why is this? And I'm hearing somebody like speaking with a southern accent, like toil and hard work don't make them scared. They're not afraid to get their hands dirty, especially to fix a situation, to help somebody, to help the poor and needy. Okay, interesting. We have the Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So Asian characteristics. It's funny because when I was talking about the Queen of Pentacles, I saw the Queen of Swords, and now we have it. Sometimes they could be like an airhead, they may call it like this, but I'm loving how both the queens are like facing the 8 of Pentacles. They could be like very sharp with their tongue. They can say things which may hurt other people, offend them. 3 of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So, okay, different hairdos. They're always like for their friends. They love to party, to socialize. But when they're like tired, like their social battery, I forgot to put this on, runs down, they like to retreat, like to be more like introverted. Yeah, sharp tongue, like very smart. Okay, should I cover him? No, we have the King of Wands, lovely. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, maybe Cancer is significant, so African American. It's funny because we had the Queen of Wands in pile number 1, now we have the King of Wands. So like quite buff, like very muscular. Or very like strong, like very fit body, even if like this is a woman. They like to dance, they're like quite passionate, they love a good sex, just like Samantha Jones from Sex and the City, it's significant. I'm getting them being like more private, like Charlotte York, like in Sex and the City, but they're also like Samantha. Okay. Yeah, they can get like very passionate. Like they can get like angry like really fast. But then like calm down. And we have all the 4 elements: earth, water, fire, and air. We have Tweet. Okay, Tweety could be significant from Looney Tunes. Something about misgendering them, something about their gender, I don't know why, it's like very strange. Maybe when they were like younger, people thought that they were a girl and they felt offended, or vice versa. I don't know, something like very strange. Something about that, but with misgendering I'm getting like mislabeling. I don't know why. But yeah, the whole energy is like that of don't mistreat me, don't use me, don't make fun of me, or you will get it. Let's see with the heavenly bodies. But yeah, I was going to say with the 2 queens and the king, like very regal vibes. They may have been like king or queen in a past life. They may have such demeanor. Okay, those 2 cards which I saw. We have the moon. So like very profound emotions. Satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. Like yeah, they have learned to nurture themselves and others. Their emotions are running like really deeply. We have house 12 with Pisces. Spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service and healing. What we're like talking about, and with all this water, like with the crocodile, like healing their worth. They're also quite spiritual. And we have the moon. So don't be surprised if they're like psychics, like into scrying, divination, tarot. Okay. Connected with the element of water. We have all the elements, so they may have like any of those zodiacal signs, like the 12 zodiacal signs, but they're mostly connected with water. Like they could be an air sign, earth sign, fire sign, but nevertheless they feel connected with water, like with bodies of water. When I was talking about this, we're loving this. We have Pisces, intimacy, intuition, and compassion. We have the 12th house, the moon, and Pisces. They're quite emotional, pile number 2. Even if they are a man, and this might be something which they have learned like to hide, not to show off. I'm getting a nightingale. They could also be their like spiritual animal totem. I'm getting this scene from Cinderella, like Disney, when she was like singing, sing, sing, nightingale, sing, sing. Like how she was like abused in her own home by her stepmother and stepsisters, but they couldn't like crush her, like to become like this bitter old like maid or hag, like hating the world. She remained kind and gentle and loving. Yeah, with the crocodile card, it's like people having like being like wrong about them, like misjudge them, like being quite prejudice. Pride and prejudice could be significant. Like maybe they look like this. This is an example. Maybe it's like this big tough bodybuilder with tattoos and a beard, and their head is shaven, or like a lumberjack type of a person. And people will assume like, oh my god, they're like so mean, so full of themselves, they're like so nasty, so gnarly, and all of that jazz. But underneath how they like appear and their style and how they love to carry themselves, they're like quite gentle. They are hurt like very easily. there were like several scenes which the Holy Spirit is showing me, like in those cartoons and films, where you had like your typical high school bully, but outside school, like they were like quite nice, like helping people, like the elderly crossing the road, all of that jazz. But because like they were like the bullies themselves, they have been bullied. Something in those lines, if you get me what I'm trying to say. Let's see with the other cards. Yeah, a lot of emotion, a lot of like compassion, spirituality, arts and crafts, psychic gifts. They're definitely the type of a person with whom you might say don't judge a book by its cover. I'm hearing them say pound number 2, but you cracked me open, like you could see my true potential, my true self. Pride. I'm loving this, and we were like talking about pride and prejudice. I love myself and I see myself in everyone, so maybe they were like a bit prideful, like working throughout their pridefulness. Somebody might like thought that they were like a prey. Judgment. Prejudice. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Okay, and I'm loving those mantras and those colors. And this reminds me of the Judgment card. Like a new beginning is for them. If you know them and you're like separated, like you're not together, maybe you're going to surprise how much they have changed. Happiness. I'm loving the dolphins. And we saw one of the dolphins like in the card. Like people may see them as a crocodile, but they're like a dolphin, something in those lines. Like I'm trying to say, you see a crocodile, we immediately presume that it's evil, it's out there to get us, but it turns out to be like a very sweet alligator, if you know what I'm trying to say, like a crocodile. But then you see a dolphin and you say, oh my god, he's our friend, and or she, and yada yada, but it turns out that it's a malicious dolphin. You get me? It's a strange example, but if you get me. Happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. Exactly. So working through the like pride, not judging people, feeling like a judgment, like they're like on a case, but listening to their inner self, like not to be bitter, to follow their heart, to be happy. So plexus, crown chakra, heart chakra. They may have had like problems with those chakras, but like working throughout. But working with those chakras. There also could be like a fast swimmer, like doing swimming as a sport, as a hobby, maybe as a sport, like professionally, I'm trying to say. I'm getting Andromeda and Mintaka for those of you who are like StarSeeds or they from those, they may have like ties to those worlds, realms, planets. This reminds me of the sunflower from Rapunzel, like from Tangled, Disney's Tangled. Flower, gleam and glow, let your heart go. What once was mine. I don't remember like the whole song, like in other languages, yeah. Bărsutit sviat moi. Rampulsus healing incantation. I'm getting Rapunzel, but in the sense, regardless of their biological gender, maybe if they're a woman, they look like Rapunzel. Again, you see somebody like, let's say this is like this big man, like a bodybuilder, like very buff, like with the tattoos and the leather jacket and the motorcycle and everything, and you say, oh my god. But underneath their true self, they're like Rapunzel, like very, and like Star Butterfly from Star vs. the Force of Evil by Disney, like happy-go-lucky girl or a boy, like loving, spreading love, being happy. But then something like happened and they like hid their true self. Yeah, they have been like very misunderstood, mistreated, like even in their families. Pound number 2, you have the honor to be one of the few people who have seen their real self, who has shed some light in the situation. And what's going with Tangled, because in that I haven't watched the whole film, like only bits of it. I need to do my homework. But when they were like escaping with Eugene, they entered like in this inn when they met like this. Sorry, it's a bit late and I'm tired. This band of bandits, and they were like thinking about their desires, and Rapunzel befriended them, and they were like all scary bandits, like ferocious men with swords and leather and yada yada yada. But all of them had like nice sides, like their chief wanted to be like a pianist. One of the biggest one of them loved like his wooden unicorns. You get me? This is the type of a deal we are talking about. I'm hearing them say, "Don't mistreat me, yo yo yo." Let's see with the energy cards. This was quite deeply. Also on the timer it's 21:21. Check out this angel or twin flame number. Woman holding a heart. In the last pile we had woman holding a coin. Woman holding a heart with 44. This equals 8, life path number 8, 44 years old, date of August, okay, 8 personal year. Yeah, again, like, their essence, like their true divine feminine energy is that of a loving mother, like a sister. I'm not like, they could be like a man or a woman. I'm just giving examples, like they're quite loving, they're quite sweet, quite gentle. This card fell. Envy, we had this card in pile number 1 as well. 20, so 20 years old. The 20th of February, which passed, which is Pisces, Envy. Da, iri, da, irine, ne, irida. Da, irine, ne, irida. But they're telling me to take it upside down. So they're not quite envious, like they're not envious. They may have been like they're like working through this, like with this judgment and this pride. Indecision. This gives me the 12 swords type of energy. Number 8, life path number 8, date of August again. Leo, indecision. With this clock, maybe they're like, yeah, they're like concealing their true feelings, just like with Elsa, how Elsa was singing. A lot of Disney references tonight. In Let It Go, like, conceal, don't feel, don't let it conceal, don't feel, don't let them in. Just be the girls you always had to be. Something like those lines. Yeah, concealing their emotions, hiding their heart. Acting like with pride. Happiness. It's funny number 2. I'm seeing you literally like with a lantern, like the hermit. You literally are going to shed light on their like situation, on their lives. Like, who are they? Like, there's so many hidden aspects of themselves which even they don't know, and you're like entering in their life, like to shed light on the situation. Like, you are this whole deal. You're not only like this and that. I'm genuinely going to finish later, like with 6 cards of my deck about the physical characteristics, but I'm seeing a crown. Game of Thrones could be significant. A corona. It's funny because Corona was the name of Rapunzel's kingdom in Disney. Corona the beer. Corona. Maybe somebody's having like a crown for their teeth. I don't know how you call it like in English. A crown for their teeth, like going to the dentist. I think he was called like he was like one of the kings in Game of Thrones, the evil one. They may have, like, people may see them like this villain, like a snow king or a snow queen, like Elsa. I cannot stress, like, what you see superficially about them, like their appearance, maybe some part of their, I'm hearing judgment, like about their characteristics, like their personality. It's only the tip of the iceberg. The more you get to know them, the more you're like going into this profound ocean. Emotions, hobbies, interests, their personality. I'm hearing that with this person you're never going to feel dull, because there is so much about them. They like to clean. They may love like wearing pink, okay, purple as well. Something about a singing chakra, the heart chakra. I'm seeing a teddy bear, a unicorn. They may have, they may be fan of such plushies. They may have such plush toys. Or this is like metaphorically for their like sensitive side. We're going to see like with my own cards about their like physical characteristics. I'm hearing them say, "Nobody understands me." There was a song by Belinda Carlisle, "Nobody knows me," no, nobody knows, and I'm hearing Cher song, "Nobody knows me." So Belinda Carlisle, "Nobody knows," and Cher song, "Nobody knows." You can check it out. We have Ambrijokusa, which is ginger hair. Okay. They may like dye their hair. They may be like naturally born gingers. Again, I got caught by the yellow eye. No pun intended. They may be like good in puns, like being sarcastic, like with jokes. Kusa, okay. Short hair, so sorry, I was going on the camera, it was 38. Check out the Central Flame number. So I was going to select with the eye, like, again, people only see the surface, not the whole deal. Musculus the soul, muscular, a bodybuilder. Chernucci, dark eyes, black eyes, however you call them. Sorry. Black eyes, I'm also getting that black eyed peas could be significant. Maybe they like their favorite band or whatever. 2 more cards, please. Brada, so they have a beard. Heterochromia, so they may have like a heterochromia, like a central or or on both eyes. All of those here are giving like Irish coded, like chaotic. They literally may be looking like a chaotic god. Now I'm seeing this image. It was Maggie Smith's, I think, eldest son. He's also an actor. He played in the first two like Percy Jackson films. He played his father like Poseidon. Now I'm seeing Laguna from Monster High. Again, we like with the swimming. They may be from Australia as well. I'm hearing any body of water which makes them like feel free. Young and free. Maybe there's such a song. Нещо друго има ли? Да или не или да. Okay, pile number 2. I'm not sensing anything else. There is a lot of things, but for the time being I'm not sensing anything else. Sailor Neptune is coming from Sailor Moon, like Michiru Kaio. I'm literally feeling like submerged into an ocean. There's so much like to grasp, to find out. So I'm going to leave your link right here. I hope that the message resonated. If so, please give me a like, comment down below, and subscribe to help me boost and grow my channel. My name is Martin. I'm Lukavia, my lovelies. I had the pleasure being your personal guide and for today. I'm wishing you all the very best of luck. Write me down below how things are turning out for you. You can book a personal reading with me via the email address down below in the first pinned comment or in the description box. To get more like channeled names, information, time frames, to dive deeply in a private reading. And yeah, and don't forget that I love you, love yourself, and I'm with you next time. And bye bye. Salutations, pile number 3. This is your reading. Now, if the scenery seems a bit changed, this is because I'm recording on another day. Now I have already like Palo Santo to your space. Now we're going to put some protection mist to protect us here and now from any unwanted interferences by spirit entities and people. Then I'm going to ring the bell 3 times to ward off any left traces. So if you're sensitive to sound or wearing cute headphones, I suggest lowering down the volume or muting it for a couple of seconds. There we are starting. Okay, lovely. Your future spouse, physical appearance and personality. I'm getting that your future spouse is somebody who can be trusted. I'm seeing the 10 of Cups, but the 10 of Cups from the Lightseeker's Tarot, so a golden retriever could be significant, like a dog. They're like very family oriented. I'm hearing plowing the field, so they may be a farmer, they may have a farm, working in a farm. I'm hearing a fixer upper. My tooth like started like to do something, like one of my teeth. They may be like a dentist. I'm hearing something about a surgeon, or this may be about you. So pick whatever resonates. I'm hearing a fixer-upper, so they're like very much into like building stuff, building, fixing. You get me, all of that things. Now let's see their like animal spirit card. Okay, we're lovely. We have the beaver with the water element. I'm hearing to beaver away. I have to check the meaning of this verb because I'm not so sure. To beaver away, we have the beaver, water. Yeah, and I did channel like the 10 of cups. And I'm going to see from the guidebook. Let me just check, what does this mean? Beaver away meaning. I hope that you're doing well, that you're fine, that you are enjoying spring, like especially in the northern hemisphere. We are greeting spring. In the southern, it's autumn. To work hard for a long time. She has been beavering away at that AC for hours. Yeah, and I'm getting the picture from Krong, from the Emperor's New Groove. So like Krong, they may be like buff, like very strong, a bit like naive, childlike at times, but very good-hearted, like very into nature, recycling, all of that jazz. You get me? Now let's see with the water. We have the frog, oyster, beaver. You can also pause the video if you want to read it. Hard work, loyal, tireless, family first. The beaver personality is a welcome sight. These good natured and dependable creatures have infinite love and enthusiasm for family and express it by the way of the earth's element, providing at home financial stability. Although a beaver doesn't usually initiate a project once started, they work steady for weeks, months, or years to see it through. The beaver card appears when the task at hand requires you long-term steady effort. It can also signify that it's time for some karma yoga, selfless service. When in balance, happy, meaningful work. When out of balance, feels useless, worn out. To bring into balance, physical labor, selfless service. Yeah, exactly what we have been like channeling. They also may be like very good swimmers, like carpenters. I forgot to say like carpentry, like working with wood, toys. I'm seeing this image from Emil from Lonyaberia, like Astrid Ling, what was her name? Like the famous Swedish author, like who wrote like Pippi Longstocking. Okay, how I'm having like trouble pronouncing names, maybe they have like a speaking defect or something in those lines. Now, for some of them, this is not like a shame. Maybe they're like working through this, like a blocked throat chakra. They may have been born during a Mercury retrograde. I'm from Lonyaberia by Astrid Lindgren, yeah. So they may be Swedish, like Scandinavian, from such heritage. Maybe you're going to meet in Sweden, in Sverige. But with that, I'm getting, long story short, every time when Emil was punished, like grounded by his parents, he was sent into the shack, I think it was called, where he like spent times like carving on wood, like carving like wooden figures. So this is the image which I get. So when they were like small, they could be having like a bit like naughty, like I'm getting Dennis the Menace. So blonde hair, blood eyes are quite significant. Now let's see with the tarot cards. Also, pick the physical features which resonate with you. Maybe if they're like affirmation. So yeah, pick whatever resonates and discard the rest. Maybe they also have like facial or body hair. Let's see now. Okay, the first card we have the Seven of Cups, and this image, again water signs, this image, so like very emotional. They could have like psychic abilities as well. I'm feeling like psychedelic, so maybe they have taken, or they are thinking, or they used to do it. Exactly what with the image which I was like feeling. So brown hair, facial hair. Okay. I'm getting the 10 of Wands. I was going to say the 10 of Cups confirmation. So the 10 of Wands energy. So they may be like overworking, like they have so many like chores to do. They're like overworking, just like with the beaver. They could also be like a bit like manipulated by other people, like especially with their like good heart, like, could you be like, could you please be a dearie, do this or that for me because I am sick, or you get me. Somebody like trying to get off work, so they may end up like doing the big, the 5 of Swords. The big like work. We have the 5 of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So we have the twos, ginger hair. They may be like Christian or converted into Christianity, like with this halo. They're also like protected. Yeah, they may wear like their hair in a ponytail, like exactly when I love it when I'm channeling something and it comes out, right? With the 5 of Swords. This may be something which they have been like dealing and still are, that people are manipulating them using their like naivety, because they're like being a bit like gullible. So they're like wanting to put like stronger boundaries, being more assertive, being there on a... I'm also getting something about a beauty shop, like a beautician shop. For a woman, I'm getting like slim to average build, like slim fit to average build. She may wear like a lot of like leggings. I'm seeing light brown, ash brown hair, like autumn colors like ginger, brown, dark blonde hair. Some of them may wear like glasses, contact lenses, and some of them may have like freckles. Okay, we have the moon. Should I cover this card or not? So very nice body. We have the moon with Piscean energy. They're quite emotional. A lot of like water energy. I'm going to cover this block just in case. Yeah, again with the manipulations of that, they may not express everything. Maybe they have want like to seclude their feelings. I'm getting this scene from Disney's Frozen, a lot of like Disney references, like when, so they may be a Disney fan, like when Elsa was singing, conceal, don't feel, don't let it in. So a bit like a lone wolf, like Elsa, like caring too much, not trying to offend anybody, overthinking, a lot of emotions. I'm hearing that they're like setting their emotions straight, like organizing them, like in the sense what they need to feel, they're going to feel, what feels like useless and it's draining them from their like time. I'm hearing like karma, clearing their karma, family karma. It's being removed. Again with the wolves, like howling at the wolf, howling at the moon. Now Claude and howling from, I forgot their sister. The wolf siblings from Monster High could be significant, so Monster High. Yeah, and wolves are like very loyal, like to their pack, to their family. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, like earth and water, especially divine feminine energy. Yeah, they're like very mature, very grounded. They're like wanting to be wiser, not to throw their... We have daffodils, like narcissist. People might think that they're like a narcissist, or they may have been. Sorry about that. Pile number 3, so sorry about that. There was your confirmation. Somebody rang on the door. Maybe they are... I'm hearing somebody say the delivery guy, so maybe they are being like delivery, like working or have worked like in the delivery service. Yeah, maturity. And at the bottom we have the Knight of Cups. So a lot of emotions, like healing. So they may be like healers, like into Reiki healing. They may have like androgynous like features, like looking at the both genders. Maybe they're a part of the LGBTQ. This like Seven of Swords is like showing up. How I like put it, we have the Seven of Swords, so Afro-American as well, braided hair, but I'm getting there like going to the energy of the Seven of Swords, like being more cunning, more smart, like not letting other people to outshine them, use them, you get me. The white horse, blonde hair. So we have muscular, yeah, athletically built, slim filled, a bit like chubby as well. Yeah, there is a lot of emotions, a lot of power. Let's see with the other cards. But they're definitely giving like the vibes of a reliable, trustworthy, responsible person, mature, family oriented. Very sweet. I'm also getting a hopeless romantic, which is this card. We have the Hierophant, so divine masculine energy. A bit like traditional in a sense, so a marriage. Religious as well, old school type of vibes. We have Chiron, hurt and heal. Okay, so we have Chiron. There could be Sagittarius as well. Like archers, into archery, like philosophy, religion. Yeah, because we have Chiron. So yeah, they definitely have been like hurt in the past. They're like healing. They could also be like life coaches, helping people, psychologists, psychiatrists, you know, however it goes. Capricorn, ambition, realism, and methodical steps. So we have Capricorn. They may have it or not. So like dealing with karma, working like very hard, very organized, disciplined. They also could be working in the department of like building homes, like being a builder. I'm getting Bob the Builder. Can we fix it? Yes, we can. So they could be British. Britain could be significant. Maybe they are working in Britain. They may have like a visa. They have acquired a visa. Bob the Builder could have been one of their like favorite cartoons, like growing up, like wanting like to fix, to mend things. We have Air, perfect. Air with Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Open-mindedness, objectivity, and warning. Like, you're very smart, getting like those telepathical skills. Yeah, very smart, very observant, working like very hard. They may be a bit like flighty, frivolous from time to time, like being easily distracted. They may tend like to forget things just like Kronk. So this might be they are like keeping up journals, like writing everything down, having a lot of like sticky notes, messages. What else? Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason, so the Crown chakra could be significant. Again, with friendship, like very good friends, very good like listeners, like a helper. They're always there to lend a hand. They may have a trouble of asking for help because of their like ego and I need to save the world, but the world doesn't need to save me. Something in those lines, like being in that type of heroism, like sacrificial. I don't remember the exact term or archetype. You can write it down below. Like somebody who like to sacrifice themselves for the good for the world, you know. Friendship, yeah, hurt by their friends, like working through their like friendship issues. I'm getting Cleo as well. Humor. I chose to focus on the lighter side of life. We have Buddha, so they may be like Buddhists from Asia. They have a great sense of humor. I'm getting sarcasm. Maybe they're like using sarcasm, humor to escape a situation. They may use it as a coping mechanism to escape some kind of a situation or people. With humor also. I'm seeing Star, Butterfly from the Star versus the Forces of Evil by Disney. Like this happy-go-lucky girl who has sadly experienced a lot of like trauma and turmoil from their childhood, but they're like hiding it away. And I'm getting Marcy from Amphibia, Disney's Amphibia. A lot of Disney, I'm telling you. How her parents, and I'm getting Sasha. So with Sasha's parents, they were divorced. And Marcy's parents wanted them to move in a different state or city because her father got a better job and she didn't want this. And I haven't watched the whole series like from A to Z. I know like it's like the plot and all of that jazz, but they find out about this like later in the like in the third season before the finale, how she was like faking it like with a smile that everything was like la-di-da, rainbows and sunshines, and she was hiding those deep feelings. We have courage. Okay. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Exactly. So they're very courageous. It takes a lot of like courage, a lot of like valiance to be in their steps, like working through these issues. Air. Yeah, very brave. Very unbeat. Very courageous, just like with Leo. They're also willing to be courageous, to be more assertive. We covered that. I was trying to make a good bridge. So yeah, building bridges, building a bridge towards you. Yin and Yang, this card came up very fast. We have 22, a master number, they could be 22 years old. The 22nd of April, which is Taurus, I think. Life path number 4, there may be their fourth personal year. With Yin and Yang, a soulmate, a twin flame they could be, balancing their divine masculine, divine feminine energies, their light and dark attributes. Okay. First chakra, Archangel Michael, almost at like 5th chakra, which is the throat chakra. So learning how to speak, we have 35, somebody's biological age. Day to focus, which is Leo. Angel number 8. So yeah, their name could be Michael, or their in first, last, or middle initial may start with M. They're like working through their fears. We have courage. Their healing, their financial gains, their financial stability, because this is the root chakra, to learn to be more grounded. This is like with the Queen of Pentacles. What else? Okay, rest and rejuvenation. Again with the spa, with the healing, with the water, masseur, psychiatrist, beautician. Somebody's biological age could be 19. The 19th of October, which is Libra. The 10th of October, which is Libra. They may life path number 10 or 1. Maybe in their like 10th or first personal year, if there is a 10th. They're quite colorful with all those colors. With that, they're quite interesting. They have a depth to them. They're not so like superficial that you only see like their qualities on the surface. Something about the cups, like what the Holy Spirit is trying to tell me. Something in the sense like they have a lot of cups to offer, but in the sense like, yeah, they're always like there to help, like a fixer-upper, a helper. People might have thought that they're like a human doormat, that people are walking over them. I'm seeing Harley Quinn. So like with Harley Quinn, they may have like a doctor's degree in psychology, like in healing, being a doctor, but they're like mocked, misunderstood, and they're like in their like Harley Quinn face, but in the sense, I don't care what people think about me. I got to be myself unapologetically. They may be natural blondes, or they're like dyeing their hair blonde. They may be connected with the Pleiadians and angels. People might say that they're like an earth angel. Keep the distance. Maybe you are in separation if you know them, like you're separated. On the timer it was 11:13, check out this angel Twin Flame number. 11:20 as well. 20 steps away from you. Or 20 feet. Somebody could be higher than the others, like taller. I'm seeing the Tower card, but it's like rumbling from the tarot. A change is coming, a sudden change, a development. I'm seeing a hand reaching out to you. The Four of Cups I'm seeing. Whenever like you felt they aren't going to reach out to you, they are doing that. Very interesting. Let's see with the other cards. Those are the like physical characteristics, so pick whatever resonates and discard the rest. Please, Holy Spirit, 6 cards for the physical characteristics of pal number 1's future spouse. Siviuchi, so we have grey eyes. And that reminds me of the wolf, so the wolf can also be the like spirit animal. They may wear a lot of purple. Paul and Pona, so it should be fat. Okay. Or they might have been. I'm hearing working out. Piercing, so they may have like piercings, a pierced nose, ears, mouth, lip, nipple, and other parts. Or they're like thinking about piercing them or you, but this is mostly about them. A krivogled, so cross-sighted. I'm getting glasses, contact lenses, I think I already said that. I'm seeing, they may have an iPhone with Siri. I'm seeing Mirabelle and Peppa from Encanto, Disney again. So they may look like Peppa or Mirabelle from Encanto. Okay, Buddhisana Kusa, dyed hair, and we have Ambrusa Kusa, blonde hair. Okay, this time in. And at the bottom we have musculus, so muscular, a bodybuilder. They may have been like a cheerleader, like in the cheerleading team. American football, like watching sports, like being a sportist, like very sporty. I'm getting Peanuts, so Peanuts could have been like a favorite cartoon of theirs, like with Charlie Brown and Snoopy. Snoop Dogg could be significant, like with Snoopy like a dog again. I may be mistaken, I haven't watched it from A to Z. I know some parts of Snoopy and Peanuts, but I think Snoopy was Charlie Brown's dog. Charlie could be a name. That scene, like how they always like trick Charlie Brown to kick the football, but it turned out like he fell then. Again, how people may have used like playing jokes on them, and this is like they're like healing, they're a bit like more like closed off, healing with Chiron. I was going to say like with peanuts, maybe they're like peanuts, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They love to cook, to prepare their meals. Something about preparation is divine protection, I know why. But they're like divinely protected, they like to prepare, quite preppy. Virgo energy is coming in. They might like gambling, or maybe they have gambled in the past with those colors, and those remind me of a slot machine like the Follies Clover. You may be seeing a lot of 777 all day. Somebody may have a birthday on the 7th of July, Cancer. I'm seeing somebody like clicking cancel on a computer, like they're trying to cancel a project, like a delivery, like they made a mistake, or they have changed too much for the worse and they're like trying to cancel this, glow up this transformation, which is a bit like vile, like toxic, malicious, to stop the process and go the other way. I'm seeing that meme, you know, with the two routes, one leading to the Sunshine Castle and the other to the Dark Forest. Maybe they have chosen firstly the Dark Forest, but now they're returning to the other path. So think about making mistakes and learning from their mistakes, from their past. I'm seeing somebody playing Lego Pirates of the Caribbean or Batman, so Batman could be significant, Pirates of the Caribbean. They may be a gamer into video games, slot machines. Even, I don't know if you know, but smaller version of slot machines or arcade games are like being sold in many bookstores. Like in Bulgaria, it's a Morange center where you can get like a small arcade collectibles shopkins. So maybe they're like collectors collecting things. Shopkins and collectibles could be significant. Disney's Descendants. I heard them say I was descending to the lower realms, but now I'm ascending to the higher realms. A Mini Cooper could be significant. The Volkswagen Beetle car could be significant. The 2000s. Aesthetics cars, yeah. Нещо друго има ли? Да или не или да. Оставам ли да или не или да. Okay, my lovelies, I am not sensing anything else, so I'm going to leave your link right here. I hope that the message resonated. If so, please give me a like, comment down below, and subscribe to help me boost and grow my channel. My name is Martin, I'm Lukevian, my lovelies. I had the pleasure of being your personal guide and reader for today. I wish you all the very best of luck. Write it down below how things are turning out for you. Don't forget that you can always book a personal reading with me via the first pinned comment and in the description box with my email to get more like personalized readings like channel messages, names, time frames. And do not forget that I love you, love yourself, and I'll meet you next time. Bye bye.